It's bad behavior. It's bad behavior.
I know you're both a pair of losers. All the Paul family suck.
Yeah, man, I feel for that. I'm hoping everybody fame is good, and I'm hoping, speedy recovery. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all gotta do better.
Can you imagine seeing that? Can you imagine being involved in that area? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine those being your friends? You can't even imagine, the trauma, the mental trauma how that would affect anybody. Even people passing the other way.
Oleksandr Usyk lashes out at Jake Paul over his shocking role in Anthony Joshua's car accident, his anger unmistakable. Usyk isn't buying any claims of innocence, believing Paul's constant interference has crossed a line, turning reckless promotion into something far more dangerous and unacceptable.
This is man. It's bad behavior.
Tyson Fury speaks with wisdom, while Jake Paul appears completely exposed. One man embodies responsibility and humanity. The other hides behind noise and cheap provocation. Fury's message makes Paul's behavior look childish and embarrassing, especially as Joshua faces real-life consequences beyond the ring.
They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love.
Jake Paul talks like a man who still doesn't grasp the gravity of what happened. He cracks jokes and throws tough guy lines while Anthony Joshua recovers from a serious accident. This isn't confidence, it's immaturity. Real fighters know when to stay quiet, and Paul once again shows he cannot read the room or respect the moment.
It's funny because I guess the point it proves about what I'm gonna say is like, humble yourself and shut the fuck up and stop trying to act so hard. Because what I'll say is, and what I say to all these tough guys in my head, and I guess now I'm saying it publicly, is, are you bulletproof?
That's a good question.
Then shut the fuck up.
That's a good question to be asking now.
Oleksandr Usyk speaks from the heart, showing what separates real champions from clout chasers. He offers genuine respect for Anthony Joshua and those affected by the tragedy. No ego, no promotion, just class. In comparison, Jake Paul's earlier comments sound tone-deaf. Usyk understands boxing brotherhood, something Paul has never earned or respected.
Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna and Latif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong."
Johnny Nelson lays out the reality Jake Paul keeps ignoring. This isn't about fights, contracts, or trash talk anymore. Lives were lost, and Anthony Joshua could have been next. Nelson reminds us that boxing drama is nothing compared to human life. Paul's behavior now feels reckless and selfish, chasing attention while others face grief and trauma.
Serious. This is a serious situation, so you've got to forget that now. This is somebody's son. These are somebody's son. This is somebody's life. These boys have lost their lives. So people need to just put the boxing thing to one side. And I understand, that could have been AJ. AJ could have been sat on the other side. So again, it could have been a Rocky Marciano scenario all over again. But it wasn't. But still, those two other lives were just as valuable as Anthony Joshua's. And so you've got to give it the same consideration, the same passion, the same understanding, the same patience. And just, when you're talking career, you know what? It's nothing. It means nothing in comparison.
Joe Rogan highlights just how close this came to disaster. This wasn't a minor scare. Anthony Joshua survived by sheer luck, walking away when he easily might not have. That makes Jake Paul's jokes and tough talk look even worse. While one man narrowly escapes tragedy, the other runs his mouth obliviously.
That's
bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead. Probably, or fucking severe.
Jarrell Miller admits that even rivalry fades in moments like this. Though not close to Anthony Joshua, he shows empathy and respect, highlighting the seriousness of the situation. Jake Paul's behavior is indefensible, as real fighters face mental strain while he remains detached from reality and responsibility.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ, you know, we not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, you know, I feel like, man, it's mentally, like, kind of draining looking at this stuff all day online. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Was like, now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies before and all that. Man, I don't even know how to even express myself.
Joe Rogan raises concerns most fans are thinking but few voice. Surviving an accident like this doesn't mean Joshua walks away unscathed. His body is his livelihood, and unseen damage could change everything. While medical teams assess the long-term impact, Jake Paul's loud behavior feels detached from reality. This isn't about bravado or online clout, it's about a fighter's health and future, which Joshua has rightly earned respect for protecting.
Who knows what happened to him when he survived, right? Like, did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? Like, what is he okay? Like, is he 100%? Or is he always going to be a little fuck from that?
Johnny Nelson speaks with the experience of someone who understands boxing and life beyond it. He reminds us that rivalries fade, but loss endures. Anthony Joshua represents more than a fighter. He is a son and brother who narrowly escaped tragedy. Nelson's words put Jake Paul's actions into harsh perspective. While others reflect on life and responsibility, Paul chases attention. Nelson grounds the story, showing who truly grasps the weight of this moment.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and, you know, these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men were somebody's child, someone's brother, and that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their lives.
Pain Game highlights what many overlook. Anthony Joshua is built for punishment in the ring, but this kind of trauma is different. A fighter who takes punches for a living still has limits when facing sudden impact. Recovery isn't just standing up and smiling, it demands time and caution. That reality makes Jake Paul's ongoing noise irresponsible. Joshua's resilience deserves respect, not ridicule.